All right. Good day, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for the patience, and we are live. We are live now. Okay. At this moment, please reconfirm that you can see my screen. Reconfirm that you can see my screen. Can you reconfirm that you can see my screen? Let's move. Reconfirm that you can see my screen so we can move. All right. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, leaders. Welcome, teammates, to this amazing evening. I just wanted us to discuss on a topic, leadership growth core. This is just a kind of training to help us, rise to the occasion, start taking charge of our lives, start taking charge of our businesses, and begin to do whatever is needed for us to do, for us to start having the results we really want and start taking responsibility. Now, it's already a known fact that C2 Energy as a whole body is running with vision, right? We have something we are running after. And the vision of this C2 Energy is to do what? To raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. All right. Now, this is the vision, and every one of us, whether you're new, whether you're old, your mindset should be, how do I make this? How do I internalize this vision? How do I make it like my own vision? If you can see this as your own vision and begin to run with it, I'm telling you, you're going to get to the destination where we're headed to. And the mission is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. If you're listening to my voice, it is a mandate. You are mandated to be among the 50,000 monthly millionaires. For me, it's not just about being one of them, it's about how many of them you are willing to raise, how many of them you are willing to help to rise to the occasion and start earning 1 million every single month. This is the vision, this is the mission, and we are all trying to head towards this. So, and for me, the best way you can eventually get to a point where you can make that kind of income, making 1 million is simple, but it's not that easy. It's not a walk on the park. You're not just going to be sleeping on your bed and 1 million falls into your account. So in order for that to become reality, you must become a leader. You must. It's not optional. It's not if you think, if you want, if you wish. No, you must be a leader. And sometimes you might get confused. What do I need to do? How do I become a leader? What are the necessary things that has to happen before I become that? Now, leadership, in the general sense of it, according to John Maxwell, everything rises and falls on leadership. The country is not moving forward, the state is not moving forward, your local government is not moving forward, your family is not moving forward. Your umunna, your kindred, your anything, everything you can ever imagine. If nothing is working out the way you want it to work, it is just simply the result is because of bad leadership. So if the leadership is intact, you find out that most things will work. In that company, things will be working out. In that factory, things will be working out because of the leadership. So do not joke with this, because leadership is not when you see yourself, and when they say you're a governor, you're a president, Leadership is inbuilt. It's something that every one of us has. We also have the ability to develop ourselves to become one. And that is why the essence of this meeting, the essence of this training. Now, if you're a follower, you will never know how hard the leader tries to create a path. Most times, most people, what we have out there are followers. Leaders are very few. The leaders are very, very few. The ones that actually lead are few. Every other person wants to be led. Every other person wants to follow, right? Have you ever been in a situation whereby a kind of scenario where you're somewhere and you're feeling like this thing is easy now, this thing is that simple, you know, until you find yourself in that position and you're like, wow, are you kidding me? Like, was this what was really happening? I never even knew. If you, I don't know if you can, someone is saying no sound. Please, can you confirm that you can hear me? This person that is saying no sound, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Please confirm. Can you hear me? Clear. Okay, it's from your end. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought this thing is supposed to be like this, you know, you're just there castigating until you were at that position and you realize that, this thing no be joke, this thing no be being so. I need our responses. Have you ever been in that kind of position? Have you ever been in that kind of position where you think is all rosy, is all this and that, is that simple? But you got yourself in that position and you realize that, man, I didn't even know this is what you are passing through. It's just like they have the number 6 and number 9. We can place the two at the same spot. The other side and this side. You can be seeing a total different thing while the other person is seeing a total different thing. You know, and everybody is right in their own mind. So at the end of the day, that is what it feels to be at the position where you have to lead. And others who are following don't even understand the pressure that you're under. Okay, let's make progress. Now, why that so many don't develop themselves as leaders? Why? Why is it that so many don't develop as leaders? Why are people not developing themselves as leaders? First and foremost, so many people have this ideology. They feel or they think that I'm not a born leader, so I can't lead. They believe that leadership is all about something that is inbuilt, something that you are born with, right? And I need you to understand that your ability to lead is not set at birth. It doesn't matter, you know, in Nigeria, for example, we have a certain group of people who believe that the mantle of leadership is their birthright, right? Why some is not. You know, is a mindset, right? But at the end of the day, nobody is born a leader. Nobody is born a leader. So do not feel like this person is born a leader, me, he's naturally gifted to be a leader. Yes, even though I might not dispute the fact that there are people that have special, you know, special ingredients in them from birth, from the experiences of their great grandparents, their parents, their own, you know, environment. Yes, that might be a factor, but then we need to understand that leadership is something that anybody can learn and grow to become. So it's not meant for some people, it's not meant for some people from birth. Anybody can be a leader. All right. Now, for some, a title and seniority will automatically make them a leader. That is not the case. It is not a title. It is not about seniority. That you are an elder person, that you are you have this title in your name, and that does not automatically make you a leader. It is not. It's not by right. So becoming a good leader requires desire and some basic tools. So there has to be that desire, the desire yearning from your heart to serve. You don't have to be appointed to any position at all. It's not about seniority, it's not about title, it's not about position. And for some, they believe that the work experience will automatically make them a leader. It is not the case. You can work in a particular place for, just in Nigeria, for example, we have a group of political parties that, you know, monopolize everything in this country. And because they are telling you that you don't have a structure, you don't have this and that, And the structure they are talking about is that of criminality. The structure they are talking about is structure that have never given us anything good. It's all about backwardness, total years of failure. So there is nothing we are proud of after all these years. And then another one is thinking, I'm waiting until I get a position to start developing into a leader. It is not the case. It is not the case. You do not have to. You do not have to be given a position or be appointed for something for you to start developing your leadership skills. John Wood says something. He said that when opportunity comes, it's already too late to prepare. You are not, the moment you already appointed a position and you're not yet grounded with the characteristics and the whatever that will equip you to be a good leader, it already means that you're already late. Like, you're not supposed to start learning it by the time you're now appointed to that position. By the time you're appointed to a position, it is for you to start living it out, to start acting it out, to start making these things to start happening. It's not when you start learning. So when the opportunity comes, it's already too late to prepare. So preparation is something that happens long before an opportunity comes by. Now let's move forward. Now let us just go into some of the meanings, some facts on leadership, right? Some meanings and facts on leadership. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is not about a position. It is pure influence. Leadership is influence. How you're able to touch the life of this person, how you're able to communicate to their soul, how you're able to make them feel, how you're able to make them, you can get someone to start moving without you saying anything, without pushing them. That is the influence. You get someone to start taking a certain action without you being involved in, doing anything or even saying anything. That is influence. All right. Now, leadership is the ability to obtain followers. So if you're leading and nobody is following, there is a problem. A leader is one who has discovered their true self and ready to help others discover themselves. So first of all, you have an assignment to discover your own self first. And when you have discovered your own true self, you can now be able to help others to discover themselves. A leader must be skilled. A leader must be skilled. It is not enough to be passionate about anything. You must be skilled in whatever angle you're talking about. You must be a skillful person. A leader must not have selfish agenda. You only do what's best for your team and for the people you're leading. If you're leading and you're just thinking about you alone, it is not the right mindset of a true leader. A leader must have selfless, there must be selflessness, right? You only do what is best for everybody that is around you and not just about you. Leadership is pure sacrifice. You're going to be sacrificing a lot. You're going to sacrifice your own happiness to make someone else happy. You are going to sacrifice your own thing to make this other person have whatever they want. And it is all pure sacrifice. A leader must have bigger dreams and vision. A leader must have bigger dreams and vision. So you're not going to be thinking small. That dream you have must be big enough to scare you. Sometimes you think of what you say you want to accomplish and you get scared. You have goosebumps all over you because you are trying to fathom this. That is the right mindset of a true leader. Now, a leader isn't the smartest. Watch this. A leader don't have to be the smartest, but with the combined effort, the team produces smartest results. So you don't have to be the smartest person to be a leader. No. A leader is that person that put finishing touches on all those potentials and gifts that everybody, every teammate has, everybody around you have. Those people that are following you, they already have all you need to make everything work. Your job is to identify it. This person played this role. This other person is good at this part. This other person can participate more in this level. And by the time you utilize all of this, you have things working out for you and your team. So you don't have to worry about being the smartest person. No, you don't have to. Then you must be able to identify and select leaders to work with. You must be able to identify and select people. Not everybody is good enough. Not everybody is qualified. You must be able to select who you're looking for. Now, I'm going to share with us 10 essentials for developing yourself as a leader. 10 essentials. These are 10 essential things that are very important that you need while you're developing yourself as a leader. The first thing is influence. Now, watch this. You are going to be influencing a lot of people. It can be either negative or it can be positive. You choose whatever you want, but it is one of the essentials of being a leader or on the journey of developing yourself to be a leader. Your influence, watch it. Watch who influence you, watch who you influence. Watch what you do, because whatever you do, whether good or bad, there is someone that is looking at you. You're going to be influencing others, whether you say it, whether you even want them to do it or not. You will automatically influence people. So if you're good or if you're bad, you can start raising people that are either good or either bad. Either way, the influence is what you need to watch. And this is the real definition of leadership. The influence, how you influence others, how you make others feel, how you make people do, what you make people do without even saying a word. And another essential is priorities. As a leader, your hands might be filled all the time. You might have a whole lot of responsibilities, have a lot of things to carry out, a lot of responsibilities waiting on your shoulders. But as a leader, you must learn how to handle those responsibilities. You must be able to know, have a scale of preference. You weigh options between this and this. Which one is most important one for me? Which one should I pay more of my attention to? Which one should I delegate? Which one should I let someone else handle? And this is the key to leadership. You must be able to know where you need to act and where you need not to. Where you need to delegate, where you need to take seriously, what you need to do by yourself and what you need to let someone else do. Priorities. You should be able to identify the things that you should do for yourself and the things that are more important than the others. The third one is character. Character. You must be able to develop a character that is not questionable. You must be able to develop a character that when you say this is like this, people know that this is like that. They have no reason to doubt what you're saying. They have no reason to say that maybe it's true or maybe it's false. No. Character, once your character is questionable, there is a problem, because this is actually the foundation of leadership. It is the foundation of leadership. Character is everything. Character, integrity, it is the foundation of leadership. Now, the next one is, another essential is creating positive change. It's not like in Nigeria where we have a certain group of people coming as our leaders and they say, they are promising you change, and by the time they came on board, they changed the promise. This is not going to be like that. You must be able to create positive change, not negative change. The change that you talk about, the change that you bring into the organization, the change that you bring into the team, into the fold, must be a positive one. And this is the ultimate test of a leadership. This is the ultimate test of leadership. So you're going to be tested by the kind of change you bring into the organization. Make sure to pass that test. Another essential is problem solving. You must become someone who can solve problem and not someone that bring problem. There are people that once they come, you meet them, from then on, all you have is problem. They can only bring problem in your life. But if you're trying to develop yourself to be a leader, you must be able to acquire problem-solving skill. While others are complaining, you're finding solution. While others are complaining about this and that, you're the one that is saying, okay, since this is like this, what we can't die, we can't kill ourselves. What's the next move? What's the way forward? How do we get this right? How do we start moving forward? That is someone with a problem-solving skill. And this is the quickest way to gain leadership. People are saying this and that, complaining, and you're the one that will sit down and start thinking of a solution, start thinking of a way out. Instead of folding your hands and complaining like every other person, you go all out in your way to start finding solutions to the problem. And the next one is attitude. Your attitude. Attitude is everything. The kind of mindset you have, how you're sure of yourself, full of yourself, you have the right attitude. There are people just like in this business, there are people that you see, as they are joining the business, they doubt themselves, they don't even believe in themselves, they don't even believe in the business. Everything that you're talking about, and from onset of joining the business, if you hear what they are saying, that they are like, what if I join, nobody joins? What if I submit this list, nobody join my business, nobody does this and that? That is not the right attitude. A leader is one that has their attitude right in place. Your attitude is, you have nothing to lose in this thing. I am doing a favor to these people. I am the one with the gift. Every other person out there is going to be rushing after whatever I have. This is the extra plus in leadership. The number 7 one is serving people. As a true leader, this is one of the essentials. The concept of being a leader is to serve the people you're working with, to serve others, help others acquire whatever they want. And this is the heart of leadership. You cannot say you're a leader and you don't have a heart for others. You must acquire a heart of gold. The heart that cares about the rest of every other person, and not just thinking about you alone. Not a selfish person. You cannot be selfish as a leader. As a leader, you must have a heart for others. And this is the heart of leadership. And the next one is vision. You must have vision. Must. And this is the indispensable quality of a leader. The reason why C21 Energy is growing so well, growing so fast, is because of the vision of the leadership. They already know where the team is going 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That everybody that succeeds in life must have a vision. You must be able to look beyond your nose. You must be able to see beyond where you're standing. That is the true mark of a true leader. And then, number 9 is self-discipline. Self-discipline. You must be able to discipline yourself. And this is the price tag of leadership. You cannot say you're a leader and you don't have self-discipline. You know what to do, you know how to do it, you get it done. You don't have to wait for anybody to come and say, oh yeah, come and do this, so come and do that. No, you are disciplined enough to say, I know what I want and I go for them. Self-discipline. And then the last but not the least is personal growth. This one is huge. Personal growth. You must be able to develop yourself. Personal development. How you are today and how you are tomorrow. There should be a lot of difference. How you are, the mindset you have, the kind of knowledge you have, the capacity you have, your understanding, your discerning spirit. whatever you used to have when you saw this versus when you are 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the line, there should be a lot of difference. Personal growth. Like I said before, if you're not growing, you're dying. There is nothing in between. It's either you're growing or you're dying. There's nothing like you can't be stagnant. You are dying purely. So you must be able to develop yourself, become someone of value, become valuable as you grow. Personal growth, how you used to be, how you were when you saw this opportunity and how you are right now. Over 1 month, over 2 months, there should be a level of change in your life. And this is power triangle of an effective leader. This is power triangle for an effective. If you're going to be an effective leader, you must work on your communication. You must work on your recognition and influence. Now, if you are communicating effectively, you are going to get positive recognition for your communication from the audience you are trying to influence. If you're talking to people, through the communication you're having, you must be able to communicate effectively to a point that they are now able to recognize that, whatever you're saying in a positive way. You must be able to get positive feedback. And at the end of the day, when you get people recognizing that you're doing it right and in the right way, your influence will grow. Your job trying to communicate is to be able to communicate. Communication, the proof of communication is understanding, rapport. I say something, you understand what I say, and you give me feedback and I understand that you're following. And at the end of the day, through that communication, should be able to get to a point where people can now recognize that you're doing what you're doing right and you're doing it very well, and you are beginning to cause influence in their life. They're beginning to think like you're thinking. They're beginning to flow with your channel, with your energy. And at the end of the day, when your influence grows, you are perceived as competent, effective, worthy of respect, and that's so powerful. When you do the job very well, through the influence you create, through the communication, which they have recognized, they'll be able to see that you are competent, you are effective, and you're worthy of respect. And that is all we are looking for. Now, there are 5 levels of leaders, right? 5 levels of leadership. The first position, the first one, the first stage of leadership is position. But unfortunately, that is what the world perceives leadership to be. They just believe or think is a position. No, leadership has nothing to do with position. In fact, it is the least of all the levels of leadership, the least of them. Because most times, let's say you're made the supervisor in your firm, in your organization, or you're made the managing director or the manager or whatever, or supervisor. It is just a position. Now, by the time you start, you actually have a power, right? You have the right. You have right to start calling things into existence. You say, tell this person to do that, tell the other person not to do that, and you have the right to do that. But because you're trying to widen your influence through that position, there is a limit. You can't touch the heart of people. They can't really do something from their heart. They're only going to do it because they're obligated to do it. For example, you tell this person, go and do this. They might not feel like doing it, but because of your position, they respect that position and they go and do it. For example, where you're working, you tell people you're working in a bottled water factory or something. And the job description, when they came, they said, once it's 5 p.m., you work from morning, once it's 5 p.m., your dismissal time is 5 p.m. And as a supervisor, someone that was supposed to come and load their truck, their motor had issues on the road, and they could not meet up to come early enough for that for them to load their truck before they go. And guess what? By the time they came, it's already late. It's already past their time. And then all of them go and start freshening up to go. You can come and say, come and do this. And they tell you, no, sir. Sorry, my job decision says once it's 5 p.m., I can go. If you never had a means of, if you were only using that your position, at that point, you are going to be helpless, because that power you have cannot help them, cannot force them to do that you want them to do. It is still by the communication, by the influence you have, by the relationship you have with them, that will eventually get them to start doing that. So you only have rights. And at this level, people follow you because they have to. They are just compelled to follow you, and they follow you. If you finish from that your workplace, come outside that firm, that organization. If you do PIM, someone will slap the hell out of you. You say, is it because you're a supervisor, you think the world is revolving around you? Anybody that does that with you, they respect you only in that your firm, but once you come outside the world, it's a different ball game. It means that you are only tapping the benefit of leadership from only the position point of view, and which is the lowest level of leadership. Now, from there, you can grow yourself, where you don't have to, people no longer have to follow you because they have to, but they now follow you because they want to. And that is where the second level is permission. You have been able to grow to a point where you now have that. Through the relationship you build with people, you have aimed yourself some right. People can now follow you because they willingly really want to follow you. If you don't build a relationship, if you don't build relationships, you will not be able to get people to follow you. From there, you can grow to the third level, which is production. In the production point of view, in this level of leadership, the main key factor is the result. This is a position where you have tapped into the position level, yes. You are now growing to the relationship level, where you now have some bonding, you have some friendship built, and now you are now helping people to create a result. At this level, people follow because of what you have done for the team or for the organization. There is a level of results you have been able to create within the organization through the relationship you have and through that position you're widening. And at the end of the day, result is happening in the team. And they are just seeing these things happening. They just want to follow, right? They're following you because they believe you have been able to cause some result to happen. From there, you grow to become people, to the level of people development. At this fourth level, the main keyword is reproduction. What do I mean? You have been able to help people grow through not just using that your position as as an opportunity, but you have been able to build relationships. You have been able to, you really care for these people. They know, they have seen it. You have been able to create a certain level of result in the team, in the organization where you're working from. And then at this level, you are now helping individually, helping people to have, it's not just about the general result in the team, but there is personal result. At this level, people follow you because of what you have done for them. They are not just talking about what have happened in the team, they are talking about what you have done for them, what is happening for them. So it's no longer on the general note level, it's now on a personalized level. People can feel, people can say, people can be saying in your absence, in your presence, people are talking about what you have helped them to achieve, what you have been able to do for them. That is the reproduction stage, people development stage of leadership. And then the highest level is pinnacle. Pinnacle level, this is the highest level, where it is now about respect. Your influence is now well known, not just in your organization, but around everywhere. your name is mentioned, people already know. You are now capable, not just in a particular thing, but in other things. People now follow you because of who you are and what you represent. They know when they hear your name, I say, oh wow. You know, someone like Peter Obi, for example, someone like Nelson Mandela. There are so many prominent men you know their names, right? Martin Luther King, you hear the name, you send a picture, you send a message. No, you have been able to grow to that point where once your name is mentioned, everybody is loyal. Baba, no. If it's that whatever this person says, just by eye contact, this person, you can kill for this person without even saying a word. You know, when they just with their body movement, they can just do anyhow. You already get the message. You are so loyal that whatever that has to do with this person, whatever they represent, you are willing to kill for it. That is the highest level of leadership. And that is where everybody should be running after. Now, as we round up, these are some abstracts we need to derive from this. First of all, we need to understand that position is a good place to start in leadership, but is a very terrible place to stay. Don't just enjoy that position and remain there. Position is the lowest level of leadership. It's a place to start, but please don't remain there and don't stay there. People who are unwilling or unable to build solid, lasting relationships soon discover that they are also unable to sustain lasting and effective leadership. People who are unwilling and unable to build solid, lasting relationships soon discover that they are also unable to sustain lasting, effective leadership. So if you cannot build a relationship, you cannot build leadership. You cannot develop, be an effective leader. So for you to be an effective leader and sustain and have a lasting and sustainable empire, you must be able to build and maintain relationships. Leaders help improve productivity and result in the organization when they get things done and help the team to get things done. So as a leader, your job is to help people to become productive, improve the productivity of the team, help to create a result in the team, get things done by yourself, and help people to get things done. When you start doing that, you are on your way growing to become a true leader. Leaders become great not because of their power. You become great not because of your power, but because of your ability to empower others to become leaders, which leads to reproduction. So as a leader, you're not just going to become great because of the power handed down to you. No, you're going to become powerful and great because of the ability to empower others to become leaders themselves and begin to reproduce the same thing. Success without a successor is ultimately a failure. If you create a certain level of success and there is no successor, you failed. There are a lot of rich men we know in our community today that we hear their name, we say this one is the richest man in the community, this and that, richest man in the city, richest man in Anambra, richest man in Abuja. But after decades, that family, that name is wiped out from the face of earth. The person failed to understand the levels of leadership, failed to understand that I have to empower others. I have to empower this my child. I have to empower this my leader. I have to empower this my teammates. If you fail to empower them and they become known and powerful too, then there is nothing there for you as a leader. When you fail, you can easily fail and everything you build will crumble. Success without a successor is a failure. So do not build success without having someone to succeed it. And if you don't believe in the messenger, you won't believe the message. So when it gets to the point where for people to start according you the respect, they must buy into you first. They must be able to buy into you first. Because they bought into you, whatever. Have you not noticed, for example, back then in school, have you not noticed there are some teachers you hate? If you're here and you hated a particular teacher, can I get a comment on the comment section? While you were in school, there was that teacher you hated so much. Like, this person, no. Once you see them, you frown. Once they enter the class, is a different ball game. Everybody's face will change, or your own face will change. If you had that kind of teacher in your school back then, let me get your response on the comment section. French teacher, a PhD, math teacher. Okay. Okay. Now, have you not noticed? Have you not noticed that particular teacher you hate, you hardly pass their subject? True of us. That teacher you hate, you hardly pass their subject. In fact, the subject you're doing very well now, if you check, it is the teacher you like the most. True of us. That course you're doing very well at, if you check, honestly, you like the teacher. You just like the teacher. So you like their way, how they teach, how they do things, how they smile. Some of us, when you are young, when you are in school, you have a particular teacher that is female or male, and you admire them. You just like them naturally, but you cannot say it out. So whatever they are teaching, you're willing to follow through. They say do this assignment, before they come back, you have done it, just because you like them. I'm exposing some of you today. So many of you fell in love with a particular teacher, but you cannot really voice it out. You are not showing the idea in your mind, but you cannot say anything about it. So because you like that teacher, whatever that comes from them can go. Now, leaders build reputation through their accomplishments and influence, not just in their organization, but beyond. This is the highest level where people now buy into you and they give you all the respect. Wherever your name is mentioned, to sir. Sorry, anything. Maga say this, that's the end, I beg. You cannot counter whatever that leader says or that person says. No. You begin to go work for that thing they say. Now, here are some levels, 5 levels of success in our team, in our business. 5 levels of success. The first level is at the level where, as you are starting this business, as you join this project, your job is you're going to be following instruction. You're just going to, this is someone that makes between 0 naira to 10 million naira in 1 year, cumulative in 1 year. And how do you get to this success level? By simply, this is the list of the success level. By just simply following instruction. Your job is just do all you're told to do. Do what the team leader say you should do. Do what the organization say you should do. Do what MGloba say you should do. Do what La Buena Vida say you should do. Your teammates, your upline, whatever they are telling you, you're doing. And as you're carrying out those instructions and doing those things, you're creating that result. And if you're becoming, you're growing, you can look back and you feel like you have created something. That is the first level. The second level is where you make between 10 million naira to 30 million naira in a year. And at this level, it is pure hard work. Yes, you were taking instruction, doing whatever they asked you to do, you were doing it and creating that result. And it will get to a point where it will click. You'll be like, wow, you now know what to do. Because you have taken the instruction long enough and created the result with it, you get to a point where it clicks. You now know what to do, and you start taking responsibility. You start putting in the hard work. You now know what to do. You go out and do it, create that result, and you can make your money. So you can decide to increase your income, right? You can decide to increase your income through pure hard work, through grit, like no jokes about it. You see, we promise a lot of things in this our business, right? As a beginner, what are the promises we make? Please, I need our responses. When you saw this business for the first time, what are the promises you heard from our organization? Please, I need our responses on the comment section. What are the promises that were made to you? Good life, okay. What else? You were made the promise of good life. What else? Traveling around the world, financial freedom, okay. What else? Time freedom, health freedom, and financial freedom. What else? What are the things that you saw that caught your attention, the promises that were made to you before you came on board? The things that motivated you: financial freedom, time freedom, health freedom, traveling around the world, living life on your terms, enjoying life on your terms, traveling around the world, having all the time to do whatever you want to do, having the cars of your dreams, having the houses of your dreams, giving back to the to charity, making up to 168,000 in a day. No, these are all the promises. These are all the promises that are made to you. But to be honest with you, all of this is designed to happen for you and your life through this business. But it will not get to you until you have passed this first level of learning, following instruction, doing whatever you're told to do. Now come to a point of taking responsibility and doing all of those things, you know, and then trying to get the best, putting in a lot of hard work. See, the time freedom and health freedom, the financial freedom that you're looking for is hidden, is embedded in the hard work you have failed to do. But because you are not able to get to this level and pass that level, you will never get all of these promises that was meant to you. You will not. I have to be as honest as I can be for you. If you don't, it is about the grit you're willing to put in. You're going to dedicate so much of your time. You do hard work. And watch this. By the time you have finished the first and second level, and you have taken the responsibility of doing the hard work, if you get to the third level, that is where you enter duplication. True work is not just about what you're doing. Yes, the hard work is still there. You're still doing, learning and doing, practicing, doing whatever you were told to do. And you are now applying some things you have learned, the experiences you have, putting in more of the hard work. But then it's no longer dependent on what you do. At this third level, you can earn up to 30 to 200 million naira in a year. You can't make such income by yourself, by your own hard work alone. There are now leaders you have raised, people that you have built, and with their own hard work, it gets to the point where you enter duplication mode, and that is the third level of success, the success level you need to enter. No matter wherever you are, this progression can happen for anybody that decides to start working for whatever they need to work for. Then from there, you enter the fourth level, where you can make between 200 million naira to 500 million naira. At this level, you, as a leader, you become a world-class promoter. It's no longer about the instruction you're taking. It's no longer about just the hard work you need to do. It's no longer about you have passed the duplication module level, and you now have people that are also producing and duplicating, and your own is being a good manager, being a good promoter. At this level, is about looking forward to see how you can get more people on board, develop people, give people whatever they need to get to the next level. And then from this moment, you enter from that promotion level, you enter into leader development. And this is the highest level. This is the highest level of success in our business, where you can make over 500 million naira, 1 billion in a year through this business. This is where everybody is headed to. If you can resonate, you can look at the future and you can feel yourself seeing the point where you're making 500 million naira from this business in a year. Go to the comment section and type 500 million and above. This is just the beginning and above. $500 million. I need us to type it on the comment section. If you believe you get to this level of success in this business, type 500 million naira and above in the comment section. Because this is where we are headed. This is where we are headed. At this level, this is the height of it. You are going to be, you keep rising and your income keep rising because of your ability to develop leaders, your ability to work and help and get people to rise up, to take charge of their life, to start developing themselves. This is the height of it. Let's make progress. Now, there are 5 attributes of a leader. 5 attributes of a leader. First attribute is that they are independent. As a leader, you must have these 5 attributes. You cannot run away from it. In absence of these 5 attributes, you are not a leader. In absence of these 5 attributes, you are not a leader. First and foremost, you must be independent. At this level, you're not waiting for anybody to tell you what to do, to come and push you, to come and force you, to come and remind you. You already know what to do, and you go out and you do it. You're having the independent mindset. You have the independent mindset. You are thinking of how to take charge. You're thinking of how to take responsibilities. You're not waiting for anybody to remind you. You're not waiting for anybody to, to motivate you. Oh yeah, oh, come and do this. So no, you are independent. You start taking responsibility for your life. You now believe at this point that if it's going to be, it's up to me. If this thing is going to happen, it depends on what I do. My decision is what counts. From there, the next attribute is you must be a problem solver. There are people that they only know how to bring problems to you, but they don't know how to solve any single one of them. You must develop yourself, your problem solving skills. Must, not if you want, must. Can you imagine if Ambassador Ronke solve all the problem in the team, or Ambassador Mike solve all the problem in La Buena Vida? Do you think he will see their life today? So for you to be a leader, you're owning up to so many responsibilities. You're beginning to solve problems. There are things that your upline don't have to handle. You go out and handle it. You're a human being. Like them. They don't have 2 heads. You don't have 2 heads. So both of you have 1 head. So why not go and do what you need to do? Begin to solve the problems. Don't just keep them at their doorstep and go your way. Everything is their problem. It's not your problem. Someone joined the business, you begin to complain. Product, or I did not get my product. Meanwhile, the same leader you're complaining to paid for the product that did not get. Instead for you to start solving problems, letting these people that are new understand why something like this is happening, you begin to even instigate. You begin to be the problem. Now I don't understand these people. Since I signed up in this business, so they are not giving me. They say they are owing me coledus. They are not giving me coledus for 1 week now. That's just your problem. So if you were doing that, what are the rest of your teammates going to be doing? Number 3, leaders show up consistently. They show up, they do the job, they get work done, they are always on track, they always do whatever they are asked to do consistently. They are not constant, but they are consistent. Some of you show up today, show up tomorrow, that's the end. We see you today. This week, everybody is seeing you. By next week, you are nowhere to be found. You are not consistent. And let me tell you, you cannot build this business, rise up to the occasion of a leader if you are not consistent. It can never happen for you. What some of you do is that your business that could have moved to the next level, you show up today, do massive activity. The next 3 months, you are nowhere to be found. After the next 3 months, you come back another month, do massive activity for 1 week or 2 weeks, and you're gone. I am sorry. This business and the things that the promises it makes can never be for you. You are not going anywhere. I understand that you might have other things that that is taking your time, but that's why we say you can be doing this business as a full-timer or as a part-timer. It doesn't really matter. But the most important thing is that every day you touch your business. If you're not touching your business on a daily basis, forget it. Don't worry, you're gone. You're gone. You're forgotten. Whether you saw this business, you have a job, you have other businesses, this business that you are in, there is a level of commitment, consistency you need. Let's say it's just 1 hour in a week. Let's say it's 1 hour in a day. Whatever it takes, that consistency, you must have it. And the fourth one is that you must have a big vision. You must have a big vision. Vision drives this project. See, have you ever wondered about the consistency and the vision? During COVID, businesses were collapsing. Our business almost collapsed. But we found, because we have leaders who are already consistent at running their business, they knew that there is nothing like taking a break. They knew there was nothing like, some of you, when things are hard, you take a break. Some of you, when the environment is not conducive, you take a break. You say people are not signing up at this moment. When we invite, nobody comes because people don't have cash, and you stop inviting. You are already failing as a leader, and you cannot become that person you are looking for. You cannot get to that finishing line because of the way you're deciding to do it, because you're not consistent. During COVID, it was because of the vision of this business, because of consistency we had to start planning. We already have a vision we are trying to accomplish, and COVID cannot come and stop us. Have you not seen that since we started running the 90 days game plan, a lot of things have happened? There is cash challenge. All of a sudden, they change the money. You can no longer make use of the old notes. You now have new notes, and the new note is not available. All of these things, if it was not the vision that we are running after, so many of us will just say, okay, maybe we should just park and wait for when Nigerians are ready to start moving the country forward. We start our business again. But regardless of whatever the economy or whatever the country is saying, we have a vision we are running after. We don't have time. We need to raise 50,000 multi-millionaires. We don't have the time, the leisure to start doing all those things. And then, as a leader, you must be able to create a result. A result is the only proof that whatever you think you know, that you actually know it. A result. See, the proof of learning, the proof that you know this, the proof that you have learned this, is going to be showing in the result you create. So if you're not having the result, you're not making money, you're not doing this and that, the result is not showing. It simply means that you have not learned anything, you have not applied anything, and you cannot accomplish anything. Result is one that a leader must create, not might or will or if they want. You must create the result. These are 5 attributes that every leader must have. If you don't have, if you're lacking in any of them, begin now to develop yourself. See how you can improve on them. You must be independent. You must be a problem solver. You must be consistent at all times. You must have a big vision, bigger than than those of them that you're leading, and you must be able to create massive results. If you have gotten value, type on the comment section, I've gotten value. If you have gotten value, type on the comment section, I have gotten value. You must have these 5 attributes. It is not intentional. It is not optional. It is a must. You must have the 5 of them, not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. All of them must. Let's move forward. Now, this is your responsibility as a leader, right? This is your responsibility as a leader. Before I start giving you responsibility, you need to understand that it is my responsibility to, first of all, to become a leader. You must, first of all, become a leader already. You must become the leader first. So when you become a leader, you are able to identify other leaders. By the time you become the leader, you can be able to identify the leaders. Your job is to start. See, you're going to go through the sands before you can find the gold. You're going to go through the chickens before you can find the eagles. Your job is to identify the leaders. We have a misconception in business. Most of us have actually met leaders and moved forward, and they are still looking for leaders, but they have been passing leaders. They are marching on their head and they are walking and they are moving forward. But the people they are looking forward, they are looking for in the front, they have already passed them at the back. So it is your responsibility to identify them. When you see one, can you identify them? You cannot identify a leader if you don't become a leader. That's the painful part. Lion does not give birth to goats. Likewise, a goat cannot give birth to a lion. It's not possible, right? You must become that person, and you can be able to identify one when you see them. So this is your responsibility, your assignment. And then from there, when you identify them, mentor them to succeed. Mentor them into success. You'll be able to guide them, give them all the necessary support, all the backings, all the whatever they need, the ingredients, the right mentorship, the right support to help them to succeed. And you must always build the relationship by staying in communication with them. Stay in communication with them at all time. At all time. And then continue to develop the person. How they were when they saw this and how they will end up 2 months from now, there should be a measurable amount of, there should be, you can measure it. You can measure that this person has grown. This person is now better. They used to be very shy, but now they can talk. They can now present. They can now stand in the crowd. They can now handle things. They are no longer timid as they used to be when they saw the opportunity, when they were new. You should be able to develop these people. And then from then on, you should be able to duplicate them. Become the leader, identify them, mentor them, stay in communication with them, develop them, and then duplicate them. Duplicate them. Let them begin to do the same thing for themselves. Now, I'm going to end with this. How do you grow? How do you grow people into leaders? How do you grow people into leaders? You want to grow people, and some of us have, like I said, you have met leaders, but you're still looking for leaders. And it is something that happens when you don't realize, or when you don't even know what to do or how to start or where to start or what to do. You must be able to help these people to grow. You help them to grow into that leader you're looking for. And you can accomplish that using this word, equip. 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 Type it on the comment section. Equip. For you to help people to grow into leaders, you must be able to use this word, equip. Type it on the comment section. Type equip on the comment section. For you to help people to grow into leaders, you must equip them. Using this word, this 5-letter word, equip, you empower them to become the leaders you're looking for. How do I mean? When you talk about equip, right? You just represent these words. First and foremost, you should be able to evaluate them. When you meet people and start working with them, you can start evaluating them. These leaders you're looking for, so many of them have signed up in the business, but because of your lack of care, lack of responsibility, lack of knowledge level, lack of skill, or lack of whatever you can push the blame on, you have failed to develop this person to become that gold you're looking for. You have failed to become the fire that will nurture them into that gold you want. You're just looking at the raw materials, you think they are not good enough, they are useless. No. To be able to look at these people and be able to evaluate them. You give them an assignment, you watch them do this, you try them in so many angles. You begin to test them. You give them an assignment, you give 5 people assignments to watch who does it. And this person is consistent. In fact, it's not all that they do it, but they do it as fast as possible. You're beginning to evaluate people around you, people that are coming on board your team, and you can begin to identify them. So by the time you have tested them and you have gotten feedback from them, you have seen you're on the side watching what they are doing. You see this person exhibit that character and that thing, you believe, I think this guy, they're exhibiting some traits of a leader. I think this person, you begin to pay attention to them. You begin to qualify them. You begin to handpick them. You begin to nurture them. You're now qualifying them as someone that is good enough. You're qualifying this person. I think this person, no, from their trait, from what they are doing, whatever you say, do this, they're the first person to do it. When you say do this, you turn back. Every other person, you no longer see any person, but they are there. They do that thing you ask them to do, and they do it very well. You have qualified them. You first of all tested them. You gave them an assignment, they did it, they gave you feedback, and you can know that, oh, this person, no, I think this is the person I'm looking for. Qualify them. Let them know that they are good. Let them know they are good enough. Say things to them. You're smart. You're very smart. You're hardworking. You're valuable. You're a blessing to this team. I'm excited for your future. I am happy for you. I can't wait for you to be celebrated at the top. With this, you're headed to the top. As you say these things, you're qualifying them. They begin to see the possibility for them. You're seeing what they cannot see for them. You are seeing it for them on their behalf. And they are beginning to buy into it. The next thing is you unite with them. You begin to bond with them. You begin to build relationship with them. You now know they are in and out. You now know more about them. You now know about their personal life. You now know about their family. You now know about their businesses. You now know about whatever they are doing. They can no longer hide anything from you because there is now a relationship. There is now a bond between the two of you. you have been able to unite with them. You tell them anything, they will be totally honest about anything with you. So you need to be intentional when you're trying to do this, right? You have to learn your way into it. You need to find a way to start doing this. Unite with them, build relationship with them. And then I invest time in them. Begin to invest your time in them. Because you have been able to give them some assignment, evaluate them, and they are seeing you see them as someone that is promising. You begin to say the positive things to them, qualifying them, helping them to understand that they are good enough, and you're building relationship with them. The next level is begin to invest time in them. Begin to invest time in them. This person, if I give them more time, they can be able to use what we call the Pareto principle. 20-80 rules. 2/8. 2/8. Now, it means that out of everybody in your team, there are 20% of them that will produce the 80% of the result, while the 80% of the team will produce 20% of the result. So those ones that you are trying to evaluate and qualify and unite with, you will have to start investing more of your time with this set of people who are actually owning up to the responsibilities of a leader that you're looking for. The time you invest in them will yield more value over time. There is time to cry and there is time to laugh. There is time to labor and there is time to harvest. There is sowing and reaping season. So at this time, you're going to be sowing a lot. You're going to be dedicating your time into them. But it is only a matter of time. With or without you, the result will start pumping out. Because of the time you committed with them, you begin to, you have replaced yourself in them. They are now as capable as you are. That if you turn back, you don't have any doubt that this person knows what to do and how to create that result. Eventually, you'll be able to provide resources and experiences. Because you have gone the path and you know the path and you know the way, you can easily lead. You can easily provide resources, and your knowledge and experiences you already have over the years, they can begin to tap into these things to develop and become better and even rise more. That is what it means to equip anybody you're coming across with this word. Don't forget it. You're going to find and nurture the leaders you want. But remember, it is a cry on call for you, first of all, to be that person. Are you that person that is responsible enough? Are you that person that take ownership of their life and their business? So many of you, you join this business at the onset, everything is done for you. 2 months down the line, everything is still done for you. 3 months down the line, people are still doing the same thing for you. 6 months down the line, you are still waiting for the person that brought you into the business to do everything for you. Even when they have helped you to create results, you have made 100,000 naira, you have made 200,000 naira, but you are now still depending on them to keep making you 100,000, 500,000 every month. And there is a level of the help anybody can give you. Yes, as a new person, you get the support, the guidance, the mentorship, and everything you need, almost like you're not contributing much. But you will never remain in that level. If you need to become the leader you're looking for, you must rise up and take responsibilities for your life, for your business. Take charge. You must begin to take charge. You're waiting for your upline to come and do home launch for you. Your upline comes and do home launch for you. You got 5 people to sign up in the business. And these 5 people, they all need home launches to happen in their team. And you're still waiting for that your teammate to come and do home launch for all the 5 of them. You sign up in the business, you wrote 15 names. Your leader, your upline called your 15 names, and so many of them came and signed up in the business. So many of them signed up. and wrote their own 50-50 names, and now have 5 people that wrote 50-50 names, 250 names sitting on the table, and you're waiting for that your leader that called your 50 names to call these 250 names. Is that really fair? Can you see if they should call it and get that result? Do you not realize? Let me help you understand something. If you write names and 50 you write 50 names, and in that first week, 5 of them signs up. Do you not realize that if 5 of them should write 50 names also, if they should all write 50 names? Now that 50 names, if that one person has to call those 50 names, do you think that person is a machine? Can they really call 250 names in 1 week? Just like how they help you that wrote your own 50 to get 5 results in your first 1 week, 2 weeks. Do you not realize that there is need for more hands, and you need to rise up to the occasion to be that person who is now also taking charge? Okay, how do I help? My people are joining my business and my business is growing. How do I make sure that this thing keep happening? This money I'm making, that I will keep making it. It's not magical. You need to understand that the result you got was because a leader will help you to create it. So if you should continue that way, and that same person has to take the responsibility for all of that, even if the result should happen, the time frame at which it should happen will be drastically reduced. Result that should be created in 1 week will now take 1 month to be created. And that's why someone that is supposed to be making 500,000 naira in a month will end up not making 500,000 naira in a month, because the activity that should be done in a space of 1 month is taking 5 months to be done. So this is a client call for you that is watching this right now, to take ownership of your business. Take responsibility for your life and your business. This business can deliver anything you're looking for in your life, but there is a part you must play. There is a role you must play. You cannot be sleeping on your bed and these things will begin to happen for you. Your leader is trying for you. So what are you willing to dedicate? What are you willing to do? What can you contribute to make the effort they are making be worthy enough, so that you are even worthy to enjoy the effort they are making on your behalf? What are you bringing on the table? Are you just going to be taking? What can you bring for this organization to move forward? If Ambassador Mike was calling the list of all the GA leaders, and the GA leaders doesn't learn how to call their own people's list, do you think we would have gotten to this level? It starts from you. Everything is in your hands. You have the power to change the narrative. You have the power to rise up and create massive results for yourself, but you must take ownership. You must grow up. Leadership is one of the most sought after treasures in the world. And the country, the organization, the society, or whatever that lacks true leader with all the qualities needed will suffer. If your business, if you don't become the right leader, the qualified leader, your business suffers. And if you don't raise the right leaders, your business suffers. And the starting point is for you to be that leader, and then be able to use all the things you're learning to start creating, identifying, finding, and equipping these people to have the total responsibility of doing the same thing you're doing and helping to create more. If you're going to grow up to be a leader, type on the comment section, I am a leader. Type on the comment section, I am a leader. Call yourself a leader. Beat your hand. Put your hand on your chest. Tell yourself, I am a leader. Leadership is not a position. You're not waiting for a particular position for you to start leading. Start taking charge of your life and your business. Leadership is already inside of you, is inbuilt. You just need to understand certain things and erupt, develop. Be that leader you're looking for in your business today, and everything will start working out for you. As I round up, I need us to just rush through this C2 energy leadership structure, because if you're new, your goal is for us to help you start not minding whatever you're learning, but in our structure, this is like a hierarchy of how you should start growing. So that at least there is a measure whether from whatever you're learning, because you're already a leader. Once you sign up, everybody is a leader. Everybody is a leader. The moment you sign up, you're a leader. The moment you're a human being, you're a leader. But the question is, have you started developing yourself to become that person? The leadership is not meant for some people. It's not a position. It's not just meant for some certain people. You don't have to be born as a leader. You grow and learn how to be a leader and lead and manifest. So this is just to help us know that there is a measure, that there is a growth from what you used to know, from wherever you started, that there is a way where we can measure that there is a growth happening. So this is our leadership structure. The first is for you to be a partner. And a partner is anyone who just signed up into M Global Business. Once you sign up into this business, once you're able to pay, even if it's $49.90, the student package, or $79, or $129, $149, $259, whatever, any amount you pay to sign up, you are already a leader. Sorry, you're already a partner. And from there, you should grow to become an emerging active partner, EAP, emerging active partner. What does it take to be an emerging active partner? Once you complete your initial planning orientation and quick starter guide mentorship, you become an EAP. That training, the first training you attend after you pay, make your payment, is what we call the IPO and quick starter guide. IPO means initial planning orientation. QAG means quick starter guide, right? Once you attend that training, you become an EAP. An EAP in our company is under no obligation to do any serious-minded activity. Nobody is going to force you to do anything. Nobody is going to coerce you to do anything. You will be joined to the EAP where you can socialize with people while casually running your business as you please. You don't have to, you're not under obligation to do anything. You don't have to read any book. You don't have to attend any training. You don't have to, do anything at all. All you need to do is put down the names and numbers of people you have on your phone. And then your upline or your leader will help you make the call. Their job is just to help you get 1 or 2 people to sign up in your business. And then you can launch your business with the appropriate tools. You can do big announcements, do contact recommendation, do anything that you want, right? As you're being guided. But you are not under obligation to attend trainings. You're not under obligation to read the books that makes us the leaders we are looking for in this business. The knowledge, the training, the books we read in this business is what help us to grow, to become the leaders through the knowledge we acquire. And the goal is for you to casually help you connect just one person within your first 7 days in the business. Once we do that, once we help you to sign up one person, you can actually begin to grow. And all you need to remain in the emerging active partner group is by generating just one code every month. If you're able to sign up one person every month, you are qualified to remain in that group as an EAP, emerging active partner. At the end of the day, if you're able to sign up 2 people, you can earn yourself 2 months in the group. If you sign up 3 people or 3 codes, you can aim yourself to be in that group for 3 months and the rest of them. At the end of the day, you need to grow to become an active partner. From that other level, you need to start growing up. How do you get to the next rank, the next leadership rank, which is the active partner person, right? You become an active partner. For you to do that, you will kickstart by connecting one person. You also apply through your G8 leader to join the APs. You have to write a letter. We give you a form. There is a form you fill. After writing it, you are your G8 leader will go through it. And because you have already signed up one person, they now know that you have kickstarted your business, and you are going to agree to all the laid down guidelines and rules of an AP, right? And then you also go through an onboarding session where our GA leader is going to guide you properly, tell you the do's and the don'ts, what you must do and what you must not do, the rules and regulations that is guiding this organization, and in the most important way, as an active partner. And then you're going to pass through the incubation program. You will agree to attend cell meetings every single day. And you must be able to begin to go through your SMO checklist without excuses. This is what you need to do as an active partner. And as an active partner, you must be able to generate at least 2 codes every month to remain in that active partner group. If you are not able to generate at least 2 codes for 3 consecutive months, you will be downgraded to EAP. You will be degraded immediately. From there, you grow to become a kingsman. Becoming a kingsman. This is I want your attention to be focused to this. This is where you're headed to. Becoming a kingsman. You must be able to complete your SMO checklist. You must be able to, out of all the people you have in the names that you write down, we must be able to help you sign up at least 5 people that are active partners. People that will write a letter to the GA leader and say, I want to be an active partner, an active member of this organization. Once their letter or the application is approved, and you have 5 of them that you personally brought in on board the business, you can become a kingsman. And you must have signed up with at least minimum of 3 accounts for you to be a kingsman. And you must begin to buy products every month. When you finish your initial package that was given to you, you continue to buy. You don't just stop at that level. And finally, you grow to become an emerging cell leader. But for me, the goal is to have as many people as possible to becoming a kingsman. Let us leave the rest so that we don't complicate so many things for you. There are so many other ranks: becoming an emerging active partner, becoming a kingsman, becoming the emerging cell leader, becoming a cell leader, becoming a G leader. But let us leave every of those things. For now, just become an active partner and become a kingsman. If you're able to become a kingsman, help as many people in your business to rise to become kingsmen. The bedrock is to build active partners. Once you're able to do that, once you're able to accomplish that, and you make it simplified enough that you can now be able to help as many people as possible to become active partners, then you're on your way to becoming a kingsman. And from there, begin to raise others. This is the assignment for every one of us, to rise up to be a kingsman. It is a responsibility and it is an assignment for each and every one of us to begin to focus our mind. How do I, as you're sleeping, you're thinking, how do I become a kingsman? What is holding me back? How many of my people are active? How many of my people can I help to become active? Can I help to have their sign up and they can apply and they can begin to grow? Attend some meeting, do whatever that is needed to be done so that they can begin to grow. At this moment, I hope you actually truly rise up to the occasion of being a leader. Because everything you're looking for in this business can never come to you until you become a leader. Not a leader of position, not by ranking. No, you have everything it takes in you to rise up and use the 5 characteristics and attributes of a leader to start bringing forth the result, making things to happen. Take ownership of your business, take responsibility for your life and your business. And I'm telling you, everything will start working out. You see, when we say someone is making 200,000, 500,000, and 1 million naira, 5 million naira in a month, it is because they first of all became leaders and they were able to help as many people as possible in their team to rise up to become responsible enough to become leaders too. So the money you're looking for is actually hidden in you taking charge and rising to the occasion of leadership. And like I told you before, do not be looking for leadership in the point of view of taking action from a position. No, it's not about position. For you to be a leader, you must be able to rise to the occasion. Must. You have everything it takes already. You have it in you. All you need to do is start growing, start getting better, start learning. And most of the time, you have all the guidelines. You have people that are willing to guide you, show you what to do. If you start doing those things, before you know it, you now know what to do. You start doing it, you start putting in the work, and you can start helping others to do the same thing. And as you do it, I'm telling you, it will not be far until you start getting the results you're looking for. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for your time, for your dedication. And I'm sure that we had some issues beginning this meeting, and also it lasted more than I would have loved it to last, but yet you were able to stay till the end. Of course, so many of us, we are not able to make it stay till the end, but so many of you have been able to stay till the end. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.